In 2016, I found myself in a crisis, and it led to a lot of instability in my housing and in my finances. That wasn't the worst part. The worst part was losing my mother, my brother, it sounds like a country song, my dog, and my ex all in 10 days. That enough was enough to send me reeling. I did have a circle of friends that I'm involved with, and so they started helping me find places. So I might stay for a week somewhere with a friend, or I might do what we call couch surfing in the homeless community. And then I had a small inheritance where I could stay in a hotel and afford to finally, after 4 years, get a little vehicle. And then I got connected with United Ministries. They were a big part of helping me look and helping me pay for application fees. And I got turned down at 3 or 4 places. And then I read about Renaissance Place. And I was determined I'm going to get in there somehow.
If Renaissance Place and other communities like it did not exist, many of those households would be experiencing homelessness. I can't think of a better reason why homelessness advocates would also advocate for communities like Renaissance Place.
Here, my apartment, here, my home, and it's finally given me a sense of stability, and I don't have all that angst, and I didn't have to worry, am I going to have to move in 6 months? Or am I going to have to move in 1 month? Or am I going to have to go to another emergency shelter? And when I walk in, it's bright and it's airy, you know, and it's mine.
Greenville Homeless Alliance began as a grassroots effort to address homelessness after a community crisis became known as Tent City, and the coalition of doers and change makers started in 2018. It has now grown from those original 18 partners that included the city and the county of Greenville to over 120 diverse partner organizations who are joining together to ignite sustainable change. We believe that homelessness is a bigger problem than any one agency or government entity can solve. So our collective way involves 4 working groups comprised of cross-sector partners focusing on education, advocacy, collaboration, and innovation. Now I'd like for you to meet some of the people who are joining with us to ignite real change.
My hope for Greenville, where I've lived for almost 30 years now, is that there will be continued investment, continued partnership. We've made a lot of progress in the last 10 years, but there's so much work left to do. We have a lot of stakeholders, a lot of education has occurred in recent years, and I think the time is right to make more significant investments, whether it's the city, the county, state, faith-based organizations, private industry. There's a role for everybody to play.
We have to be very intentional about helping homeless people have hope and not be afraid, and also give people an opportunity to feel that they're making a difference in their own journeys. So what we do is we have created a system to establish a training academy, a grassroots effort to help people that are interested in obtaining a voice and being a part of the change that will impact their lives. We see a pathway forward, and I'm feeling very optimistic that at some point in the history of Greenville that there will not be homelessness, and that everybody that needs a decent place to live will have that.
Friends of the Reedy River is proud to partner with Greenville Homeless Alliance to consider the connection people experiencing homelessness have with our local watershed. We all recognize that people experiencing homelessness do not always have safe access to shelter, clean drinking water, and sanitation. The connection between people experiencing homelessness, environmental justice, and water quality is an ongoing conversation that we need to partner together on to be better stewards to both our environment and our community.
Oftentimes, working at Spinks, I'll be notified or we'll find homeless or homeless encampments behind some of our undeveloped properties. So part of my role in that is to help connect these people with the resources that Greenville County so has, because Spink's company cares and wants to help out and assist people as best as they can.
When you first meet a participant or someone that you're working with who's homeless and living on the streets, there is a variety of barriers that you face, and a lot of those take time to come out as your relationship builds. One of the reasons these folks are on the street is because of the relationships that they had in their lives let them down or broke down. It takes time where we're working with other agencies to build that trust and to see where the barriers are, and then we move through those to help someone get into housing.
We know Greenville is a place of action. For the first time in Greenville County, we have a real chance to end homelessness. We have the expertise, strategy, and people at the table and in the field. The only missing piece is you. Help us turn the tide today so that all residents of Greenville County can have a safe home with access to everything needed for a healthy and fulfilling life. We invite you to join us in igniting change.